صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Chapter on What Uses of Lau Are Allowed. Footnote 1. Lau means if, would that, and other expressions that would occur in the ahadith of this chapter. And the statement of Allah, would that I had strength, men, to overpower you, or that I could betake myself to some powerful support to resist you. Qur'an, chapter 11, verse 80. Footnote 1. Lau means if, would that, and other expressions that would occur in the ahadith of this chapter. Narrated Al-Qasim bin Muhammad. Ibn Abbas mentioned the case of a couple on whom the judgment of li'an has been passed. Abdullah bin Shaddad said, was that the lady in whose case the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, if I were to stone a lady to death without a proof against her? Ibn Abbas said, no, that was concerned with a woman who, though being a Muslim, used to arouse suspicion by her outright misbehavior. See Volume 7, Hadith number 5310. Footnote 2. Li'an, an oath which is taken by both the wife and the husband when the husband accuses his wife of committing illegal sexual intercourse. The Qur'an, Surah Nur, chapter 24, verses 6, 7, 8, and 9. Narrated Ata. One night, the Prophet, peace be upon him, delayed the Isha prayer, whereupon Omar went to him and said, the Salat, prayer, O Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, the women and children have slept. The Prophet, peace be upon him, came out with water dropping from his head and said, were I not afraid that it would be hard for my followers or for the people, I would order them to pray Isha prayer at this time. Various versions of this hadith are given by the narrators with slight differences in expression. See Hadith number 571. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, were I not afraid that it would be hard on my followers, I would order them to use the sivak as obligatory for cleaning the teeth. See Hadith number 887. Narrated Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet, peace be upon him, observed al-Visal, fasting on the last days of the month. Some people did the same, and when the news reached the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, if the month had been prolonged for me, then I would have observed al-Visal for such a long time that the most exaggerating ones among you would have given up their exaggeration. I'm not like you. My Lord, Allah makes me eat and drink at night. See Hadith number 1964 and 1965. Footnote. Al-Visal is not to break one's fast at sunset, but continue fasting for another period which may extend for a day or two or more. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, forbade al-Visal. The people said to him, but you observe al-Visal. He, peace be upon him, said, who among you is like me? During night, my Lord makes me eat and drink at night. But when the people refused to give up al-Visal, he fasted al-Visal along with them for 2 days, and then they saw the crescent, whereupon the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, if the crescent had not appeared, I would have fasted for a longer period, as if he intended to punish them herewith. Footnote. See Fath al-Bari. Narrated Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, I asked the Prophet, peace be upon him, about the wall outside the Kaaba, saying, is it regarded as part of the Kaaba? He replied, yes. I said, then why didn't the people include it in the Kaaba? He said, because your people ran short of money. I asked, then why is its gate so high? He replied, your people did so in order to admit to it whom they would and forbid whom they would. Were your people not still close to the period of ignorance, and were I not afraid that their hearts might deny my action, then surely I would include the wall in the Kaaba and make its gate touch the ground. See Hadith number 1584 and 1586. Narrated Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, but for the emigration, I would have been one of the Ansar, and if the people took their way in a valley or a mountain path, I would take Ansar's valley or the mountain path. Narrated Abdullah bin Zayd, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, but for the emigration, I would have been one of the Ansar, and if the people took their way in a valley or a mountain path, I would take Ansar's valley or their mountain path.